Hey, everybody. This is Coming Up Roses. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Kelly, and today is Thursday, December 29th, 2022. This is episode 85.
And the last one for 2022. And everybody's here and all comfy. And Tilly just came in, and this is take two because she had to get in here.
We asked her, do you want to come in? And she said no, but as soon as we started talking,
She's like, yes, I do. I don't
she
want
wanted
to
to come in.
So she's here.
So welcome to the last episode of Coming Up Roses for 2022.
Yeah, it has been a year. We've been out for a couple weeks. Yeah. We've been out a couple weeks, of course, between Christmas and we had company here. And believe it or not, I was sick.
Kevin waited until Christmas Eve. His only 2 days off, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and he was sick.
Yeah, I started getting sick that Friday, but
yeah, it was a bummer. But he powered through.
Yeah, I tried to, but I went through big boxes of tissues, and I drank. I did a double dose of NyQuil, which ended up not being a good thing. I used to be able to drink like half a bottle of NyQuil.
Not true. That's not true.
Yeah, and I would go to sleep and get up, and I'd feel a lot better. This time I took just a double dose, and man, I was out of it all day.
He looked like a zombie.
Yeah.
For the whole entire Christmas Eve day. And he earned himself a new nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah, you earned yourself the name the goddamn it sneezer. Because every time he sneezed, he would sneeze and then he'd go, God damn it, every time. Yeah. Like to the point where if he sneezed and didn't say it, everybody was like,
I have quirks. I'm sorry. There's certain things that I do that everyone's like, why do you do it? I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even notice myself doing it. So,
but he's feeling better now.
I feel a lot better. I still have a runny nose, but I feel better. I can breathe. Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, so we had
Jen and Paul and the boys were here.
Yep. For not a long visit. They got here Thursday night and they left on Monday. But it was nice to have them here for Christmas. The house seemed really crowded. It's so different now that the boys are grown.
Yeah.
Because when they were little, they could just go anywhere.
Yeah, we just threw small bean bags on the floor, and they just plopped down into them, and that was great. But now you got to like find seating in
yeah, it's just like all adults, and it just plus with the tree up and things everywhere, and we had to move some furniture. It just seemed like the house was really very crowded, which it's kind of still feeling crowded just because everything's not back where it belongs. And I say I might become a goal for 2023 is to get rid of everything that's not necessary.
I'm dead serious. I'm going to take some time off in the summer. We're going to rent one of those big bins, and we're going to be some hardcore throwing shit out.
I mean, that's the garage and the attic, which I don't live in the garage and the attic, so that doesn't bother me as much. But like, I look around and it's just all of this stuff that we have, and we don't use. And so it's just cluttering up. I like everything. I feel like we've reached maximum capacity, and we need to start getting rid of things and making space.
That's why I'm dead serious about doing this. We need to, matter of fact, today we'll look and figure out what days would be good for me to take off, because I'm doing it.
I mean, I don't know what days. I can't look months ahead and say those are going to be good days, but we need to take a room. Like, we need to say, okay, this weekend we're doing the office, and we're going to go through from one corner of it all the way around 360 degrees. We're going to put our hands on everything and make a decision. And if it's not a sentimental or a necessary item that we use, then it is getting donated or tossed, just because we have so much. And then maybe that's what we'll do. We'll pick a room and assign it a month. And we'll say the office is January. The dining room is February. The living room is March. The bedroom is April. I have a week.
There you go.
And we'll just take one room per month just to declutter and get rid of crap, because
I'm down with that.
That's one thing I can do to streamline my life a little bit and not have so much.
It's so much shit.
So much. And then once we get like down to minimal stuff, then it's easier to say, okay, if we want to paint that room or whatever, then we can do it, but
because that was the other thing we were talking about maybe doing next year is painting the living room, which is
we have wood paneling in the living room, and so it's a little tricky. Not sure I want to tackle painting it, maybe, but I can't really afford to tear it all off and have drywall and stuff put up. But something's gonna have to change in there. It's just dark.
Yeah.
We have so many things. 2023 hopefully will be the year of, because that decluttering doesn't cost us any money.
That's right.
So we can just be getting rid of stuff. I think that's what we need.
Weekend before that, we went and visited my brothers up at Tommy's house. That was fun. Only got to see Tommy for like 20 minutes. He was in and out because he got home from work and then, hey, how you guys doing? Hug, bye-bye, I gotta go. And then off to the Moose Lodge. He joined the Moose Lodge a few years ago, and he's got a passion for it. So that's cool. It was good visiting with them. Yeah. Got to see Austin, which I haven't seen Austin in quite a long time. He looked pretty good. TA looked really good. So.
Yep. It was just a nice
visit.
Nice visit. With everybody. And now it's just back to being quiet.
Yep. And you've got tomorrow is your last like vacation day. No, Monday is your
Monday.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I am purposefully like not even thinking about work until Monday.
Okay.
Because I have stuff I have to do to get ready. I just am not gonna let it creep in.
Fuck it mode.
I have all day Monday. If I do it, I do. If I don't do it. I mean, my plans are done. It's just like going over everything and you know, but I don't want to give my vacation time away to.
No, you shouldn't.
Any of that. So there's that.
Those kids.
We bought a new TV for Christmas. Kevin and I were not going to exchange Christmas presents, and then I, on a whim, bought a television.
Well, not completely on a whim. I told her I did buy her a Christmas gift, and I said, "Don't go crazy," because I literally just spent like $40 and. It wasn't something that's like deeply sentimental and you're not going to go like, oh, it's just, I had to get her something. Right. And she said, all right, well, I'm buying the TV.
No, actually, he wants another monitor, a second monitor for his work station. So I was like, well, let me look on Best Buy. Maybe they have a deal on a monitor. And they were like between $200 and $250. And I thought, well, that wouldn't really be fair to spend $200 on him as a Christmas present when we agreed not to buy each other Christmas presents. Yeah, that would kind of be a punk move.
Yeah.
And so while I was looking at that, I saw an ad for a TV, a smart TV, which is the same size we have now, a 65-inch, but it's Bluetooth capable. And
we've been talking about that for a while because for two reasons. One, the Bluetooth allows for a speaker, and we want to put a speaker back where mom and dad sit so that they don't have to have the TV blasting, because even right now with the doors closed, I can still hear Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah, it just gets loud. And so we connected it with a regular Bluetooth speaker, and there was a little bit of a lag, but the TV has that APX, low latency, whatever.
Yeah.
So I bought a speaker that also has that. APX, so hopefully there won't be as much of a lag. And like mom said, she can't really see.
Yeah. I mean,
close enough for it to matter. But
yeah, I mean, as long as it's within a few seconds, it'll be fine. The delay that was there with just our little shitty speaker.
It was a pretty decent delay. It was
like 3-4 second delay.
But so that's coming today. That speaker's coming today.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get that hooked up, and that will solve the problem of having the TV turned up
super
loud. I'm thinking once we get that we'll even be able to just listen from their speaker.
That'd be fine.
I don't watch that much TV in there anyway, so it doesn't.
Yeah, most.
And when they're not in there, we can just disconnect the Bluetooth and But hopefully that solves that problem. But anyway, So we got the new TV.
And just so y'all know, I got her 2 Wrexham shirts, which we've got to return because I didn't get the right size. I got almost the right size. It wasn't like I was completely
He bought the
off.
right size, but in a women's cut, which doesn't work for me. I need a unisex, genderless shirt.
Yeah.
So that's the plan for that. But
you liked it.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I can't wait to wear them.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow morning we need to drop them off at the.
Yeah.
I'll have the other thing ready. Aside from that, I mean,
just the holidays.
I got a couple of nice heated blankets, and I got a nice hoodie, and I got a new bedspread for the bed. And you got, what did you get?
I got that cool screwdriver, electric screwdriver. That's kind of nice. It actually has a built-in, the way it's built, it has a like a pull the thing back, and I can select which head I need and then push it back in, and it uses it. I don't have to like hunt for the head or whatever. It's all in the
He
unit.
actually already used it and didn't curse one time while doing it.
Yeah.
Didn't drop a screw.
I used it to put the new TV up because we use the brackets and hang it on the back of the.
This is enthralling.
System. So yeah,
our listeners right now are like, who gives a crap?
And the other thing I got was a box cutter, which not just a razor, it's an electronic box cutter. It's supposed to.
Kevin cuts a lot of boxes.
I do have to cut a lot of boxes because every day we're getting something from Amazon. So at the end of the week, I go out and I cut up all the boxes and put it in the blue bin, and the blue bin goes out to the street. As a matter of fact, we had too much boxes. So I got like we're already a quarter full for next week, and they haven't even come picked up this week's boxes.
We are just thrilling our listeners out there, baby. Yeah, well, I mean, we couldn't have a more boring conversation right now if we tried.
I'll tell you what was fun. We played a couple of games with Jen and Paul and the boys. We did a mystery game. That was fun. And we had a round of do-it-yourself table topics, do-it-yourself therapy table topics, which got real.
Yeah, my 2 nephews didn't hold back.
No,
man, they started with the roasting of Jen and Paul, and the rest of us just all got quiet because we were like,
because some real shit was coming out.
We light a little fuse here or something.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was interesting. But we played a dinner murder mystery game where we each had a different character to play. My character was German, so I had to speak in this German accent. I had to try to speak in a German accent. And then we had to like figure out which one of us did the killing and stuff. So that was kind of fun.
Most of us were right.
Yeah. I was right.
Well, you're right too, yeah.
So that was kind of fun. And we also did like Hollywood game night one night.
That was fun. Liam ended up being a master at that. I couldn't believe it. He was great.
Comes our speaker.
There it is.
That guy just rolled right up on our yard.
He's pretty damn close to the curb.
He hit the curb.
Yeah.
And he pulled a Kevin Rose on the curb.
He doesn't give a single shit. That guy doesn't give a shit at all.
That is our speaker. Yeah. I can tell by the shape of the box.
All right. Well, there you go, folks.
We're looking that up before Kevin goes to work today.
There you go.
Sure if that works or not.
So we need to
we were losing. It was me and Liam and Kevin versus Jen and Paul and Cole, and we were losing until the last bit, where it was Hollywood name game, and he was describing the famous people, and we had to guess it. And he kicked ass on that.
He knew things, and I was just like bam, bam, and Kelly was like bam, bam, bam. And I was like, bam.
So we ended up winning.
It was crazy.
So anyway, we want to take an opportunity to kind of look back at the year. Because, I see this stuff that's like this one really funny thing about 2023. And they're like, everyone just going quiet. Don't touch anything. Don't say it's going to be your year. We're just going to play it cool.
I saw a meme that was the Grinch, and it says, I'm not going to agree to 2023 until I read the rules and the conditions and whatnot.
All the fine print. So we decided to just yesterday we're like, all right, what did we do? What positive things came out of 2022? And we were like, came up with a couple things. They're like, we really didn't do much. But we did take a family vacation with Kevin's family.
Yep. The time in Hatteras, that was a lot of fun. And the
that week in
episode
Hatteras.
is fantastic. If you go back and watch, that was probably our big highlight of the year.
As far as traveling and
Yeah.
vacation and stuff, yeah.
And then our weekend in
That's really the only traveling we did.
your mom and dad, we just talked about that this morning. Your mom and dad spent the beginning, like, what?
They were in Georgia for the beginning
February.
of the year.
Yeah.
And then
Almost March. wasn't
in
it?
March, they went to Myrtle Beach.
Yep.
And then
And we went down to pick them
September,
up.
they
Oh,
went.
you went down actually to drop them off, and then I
Mhm.
went down with you to pick them up.
Mhm.
So there was a little bit of traveling
That's
there.
true. We did go to Myrtle Beach. I went to Myrtle Beach 2 weekends, but not for vacation, just road tripping.
Yeah.
Still
out of town.
And then they went to Sandbridge and saw family. That's like a 20-minute
Yeah.
trip for us, but
Well, we got to see everybody.
but we did get to see everybody, so that was good.
Mhm.
They actually did more traveling than we did,
Yeah. Yeah.
but that's okay. So some other things I just made a little note.
Okay.
My student loan
Your student loan was huge. That was a big deal.
finalized and zeroed out, and I no longer have a student loan.
There you go.
So
That's huge.
that was huge. I would have to say that was the biggest, like,
Positive thing.
yeah, I mean, outside of seeing family and all of that, like,
Yeah.
that was the biggest life-changing thing that happened to me this year. Just not having that debt
Yeah.
over my head anymore and being able to make a fresh start with something that finally worked out the way it always told me for the last 15 years it would. So that was taken care of, although now I'm like, I have to file taxes. I can't claim my interest on that anymore. We're probably going to end up owing taxes.
Yeah,
But that's better than owing money on a student loan. I also started the Wonder,
and that's working
the
really
weight
well
loss
for
thing.
You. Tell them what
So
happened
just
to that.
recently, like, I've lost 65 pounds, and when I weighed in this morning, I was at my lowest weight since I've started, since well before I started. So the fact that I'm making it through Christmas week and still losing weight is good. Not what I expected, because I didn't make it through Thanksgiving like that. But that jump at Thanksgiving, I lost really quickly. Like, that came off
And that was
really
pure
quickly.
stuffing.
It was all bread. It just was all bread.
Just stuffing.
But what I've noticed recently is my clothes fitting different.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a pair of jeans that I bought last year that I could not even get all the way up, and I folded them up and put them away, because that's what I always do. I'm like, oh, well, someday, I'll be able to wear them. And I was just kind of going through my stuff, and on a lark, I was like, I'm going to try these jeans. And they were like right up, fit so well. And I was like, dang. Like, I mean, I honestly couldn't even get them up past my hips when I first bought them.
Mm-hmm.
So just feeling the difference that way.
Mm-hmm.
My coats that I would zip, but they'd be super snug, I now have lots of room inside them. And I'm starting to realize, like, other things are just too big for me now, and I need to size down, which is such an odd
and you're
feeling.
more willing to do stuff, like you're wanting to go to the store, and
I have more energy.
Yeah. It's good stuff. Nothing but win on that.
Yeah. So since my highest weight, I've lost 65 pounds. And what I've learned is, like, I started on the Wonder thing in April, and that started with just like a sugar detox, completely coming off sugar for 3 weeks, which I did, and lost weight really quickly doing that. And then the second step in Wonder is really tuning into when you feel hungry, and not eating as soon as you start to feel a little bit hungry, but like holding that off until you feel hungry enough that you could sit down and actually eat a meal. And so when I did that, I realized that when I wake up in the morning, I would eat breakfast, but I really wasn't hungry. That at school, we go to lunch at 11. I can make it till 11 o'clock and I'm hungry at lunchtime. And I'm not so hungry that I'm like hangry, but like I'm starting to be like, all right, I have to eat something quick here. So basically, what I did was I cut myself to 2 meals a day. So I would eat lunch at 11, which is usually a peanut butter sandwich and
Whatever.
like veggie straws or apple slices or something like that. It's not a big lunch. And then we eat dinner generally around 5:30. And then I just don't eat again until 11 the next day.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm realizing is, because I mean, there's other things with Wonder, like, eating slow and eating for 10 minutes and then stopping and then another 10 minutes. And that stuff I haven't necessarily kept up with. I have kept up with keeping an eye on the sugar, and I'm not completely like off of sugar, but I definitely don't eat sugar like I used to.
Yeah.
But I think what's making the big difference for me is that long period of time between when I eat dinner and when I eat again the next day.
The small fast.
So what it comes out to being about 17 hours from when I finish dinner to when I eat lunch. And so I've been looking a lot at like intermittent fasting and what it forces your body to do is pull on reserves for energy rather than you eating. And I think that's what's bringing the weight off of me pretty consistently. And I'm not losing like a ton, obviously. Maybe, I don't know, lately it's been between a half a pound or a pound a day, which I guess is a lot in the scheme of things, maybe 4 or 5 pounds a week. But it goes up and down. Like, because on the weekends, I'm not good about skipping breakfast because it's my favorite meal to eat. We went out to breakfast today and it was probably 9:30, 10 o'clock by the time I ate. So, I mean, we ate dinner at 5:30 last night. That's still a good 16 hours.
And we'll probably eat dinner tonight.
But I probably could have pushed it a whole nother hour.
Yeah.
Now I was like, I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat. But I apparently was super hungry because I ate everything at breakfast this morning. And so now I just won't eat another meal throughout the day. And we'll just eat dinner, which I'm thinking tonight will probably be pizza or something like that.
Something easy, because I'm not even sure what my dinner hour is today because I got UET twice. So my schedule's crazy lately. So
yeah. So what I'm feeling like is this, like, it's not really fasting because I mean, I don't go 24 hours without eating, but I go 17 hours without eating and then pretty much eat what I want to eat. I don't snack and I'm not eating a lot of sugar and that kind of thing. But just those
and
two
luckily
meals.
We didn't have a ton of bad stuff in the house this year. A lot of times around Christmas we have sweets all over.
I mean, we did have Swiss cake rolls and I ate a Swiss cake roll.
Yeah.
We did have candy in the stockings and I have had candy the last couple of days, but I'm still losing. And I think it's just because
but still, it's not like we normally have around the house.
No.
Normally we have, and for me, the weakness, as you all know, is the cookies.
We had a lot of cookies.
We did have some cookies, but I mean, goddamn Harris Teeter with their oatmeal raisin cookies. They are unbelievably so good.
And then Liam made peanut butter cookies with the chocolate kisses on them.
And the little shit put 2 of them on each one.
He made big cookies.
They were big cookies. They were really big cookies.
So I mean, I did eat things like that.
Yeah.
So if I hadn't ate that, I probably would have lost more weight. But just the fact that my goal was to just maintain through December, to stay on the plan Monday through Friday. The weekends would be a little bit loosey-goosey just because that's when Kevin's off and I like to get up and go to breakfast and and then just, stay on it.
That's one of the things I look forward to on the weekends is going to go get breakfast.
I know, but see, that's like the worst thing that I can do right now. So maybe we need to switch it to brunch.
Yeah. Brunch can get expensive though. You go to brunch places, man.
I mean, you
Like
could go
Redhead
to
Bay
you could go to
Cafe.
Egg Bistro for brunch
Yeah, that's true.
and eat the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not what I'm learning for me right now, where I am right now, is that it isn't really as much what I'm eating as when I'm eating.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I've changed my foods. I'm still eating what we were eating before.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say it's a super healthy diet. But I think just the fact that I'm not snacking and I have cut a ton of sugar out just with the Starbucks drinks. And not drinking as much sweet tea and more water and that kind of thing.
For you local folks, I'll take comments from anybody, but if you know a good brunch place and have brunch recommendations of food and or places, leave them in the comments for us because we're willing to check some shit out. And if you're not local and you just have some brunch ideas, kick it our way.
Kevin, that's one of the things you do that annoys me so much.
What? Just asking for stuff?
Well,
I didn't even ask for anybody to
asking
give
for
me
like
money at
restaurant.
the Cash App K Rose.
Sometimes we'll be like, "What do you want to do for dinner?" I don't know. We're gonna go out. Where are we gonna go? Well, let me throw it out on Facebook. Like, I don't want other people to tell me where to go for dinner. Kevin depends on like. I don't know. It just really it makes me feel like I'm not smart enough to choose my own place to eat.
No, but I know folks that explore places. Like my friend Lisa, and she is my foodie friend. Like I knew her at Cox. She no longer works at Cox, but she keeps posting stuff to places she goes, where she eats, and it's all phenomenal shit.
I know, but
so I'm always thinking, where can I go? I'm hoping that like somebody like Lisa is like, go here because this place is awesome.
But you're also married to a person who has anxiety about going into places that I'm not familiar with.
That's true. I do try to temper that.
Which is why I stick to the places that I like.
And that's why when I do check out a new place, particularly through Yelp, I'll look not just at the menu and at the food, I'll look at the store. And I'm looking at a place and I look at their seating and I'm like, fuck no, that's not going to work. Or if they've got like bar or high stools and high tables, that's not going to work. So that's just the way it is. But some of the best places that we loved were places that we just tried on a lark, like Yanni's. We went there and we thought, what's Greek food all about? We went in there. It was one of our favorite places.
And then it closed down, which is what happens.
Yeah. Everywhere we love shuts down.
So along with the whole weight loss thing, another big thing for me is at this time last year, going back and forth to work, I pushed the cart. Yeah. And I don't do that anymore.
No,
I gave that up.
It's amazing. She has this big bag that's got all of her school stuff in it, and the lunch that I make. We need to get you. That's one of the things we need to do.
Smaller lunch
box.
Yeah, I agree.
And then a tankard of water. I gotta go to the water store too this weekend. I keep my list is constantly going. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing the improvements.
Walk the kids out to fire drill. Hadn't done that in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Not that I let them just run out on a fire drill unattended, but I always had someone cover for me with my kids, and of course Robin with them. But the last two, I was like, screw this, I'm walking out there myself. Walking.
Cool thing. We went and had dinner with them.
Yeah, we had a nice dinner. We had lunch. We went to lunch.
Oh yeah, it was early lunch because that was when it was your last day of school. Mm-hmm. We saw this T-shirt at Target. It was a Top Gun, which is Troy's. He watched the new Top Gun movie like 20 times. So the second I saw it, I was like, I'm getting that for Troy. So yeah, it's cool.
I don't know. So that's one of the good things. We also got rid of the pool this year.
Yeah, that was a lot of work. You can go through the episodes. There was the highs and lows of that.
That's on the list for next year too, is to get the backyard. Yeah. I don't know how we're gonna do the deck because none of us have the skills or the money to get that done right.
Well, the skills aren't the problem because that's just really just screwing down boards. I can do that. It's just a matter of getting out there and pulling the boards up and then having the boards to replace it. And wood is expensive now.
No, I'm talking
Especially
about the
like-
upper deck, the
Oh, the upper deck.
steps.
Oh, well, that's a whole different round of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've got to plant, we have to put some topsoil down and plant some grass, and there's a lot of leaves back there, so those need to get.
Yeah.
But that'll be a spring job, I'm sure. So I don't know what else.
Let's see, this past year, let's see, pool, nothing much. I mean, we put most of our stuff out here every week. But nothing major.
I mean, my student loan was pretty major.
Yeah.
That's a life changer.
Yeah.
I had $75,000 in student loan debt. That because I work for a Title I school, and I had been making. The deal was you make payments for 10 years, and then at the end of the 10 years, as long as you are continually working in a Title I school, your loan would be forgiven. And it never worked. I mean, this is year 24 for me. Oh, this isn't right, and that's not right, and all these freaking loopholes built into that program that made it not work for anybody, apparently, because then finally someone was like, you know what, we're gonna fix all the shit that was wrong with this. And they looked back over the life of my loan, and obviously I met the qualifications. So yeah, I guess you could say my employer forgave my loan after I paid a certain amount of debt to them.
And that's the way it should be. I mean, I'm down with that. I know.
But that's huge. That's a
Mhm.
lot of money. Lots of money. All right. I don't know if we've answered these questions before or not.
This is the classic game.
This is the
We
first
need to
one.
get some fresh decks of table topics, but this is the first one.
Before we do this, though, let's talk about what we want to accomplish, and aside from like decluttering.
Obviously, we still both have our health journeys. I'm a little bit more lax on mine than you are on yours. I need to just get down to it, get to eating better, and I need to be exercising more. That's all it is.
And you
to it.
ought to try the fasting thing too.
Yeah.
Although you have a blood sugar issue, which might complicate the fast.
I need to get better about that too, because I'm shitty about taking my sugar and all of that. My Dr. Bev's going to kick my ass. She is literally going to kick me in the balls when I go in there.
I don't think she's literally going to kick you in the balls.
She might. She's little.
So we could get that.
Yeah.
I mean, you just need to start testing your sugar again.
Yeah. No, I need to get better about it.
The backyard.
The backyard's got to be a
project?
priority. Yeah. Once the weather starts warming up, it used to be I could do stuff in the winter, but I get so cold now.
The fireplace, getting that fixed.
Got to get the fireplace done. That we just hire somebody to do.
Yeah.
And that's going to cost a couple ducats, but we could save up for that and then do it. Get Michael to help.
If we could get the house decluttered, get rid of all the chairs in here.
Yeah, we bought these
I
chairs.
hate these chairs. I want them
they
gone.
ended up not being great.
I want to buy new chairs. I hate these chairs.
So, and only buy like 8 chairs. We only need probably only 6 chairs.
We only have 8 chairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we only have 8 of those chairs.
Still, maybe only get 6 next time.
Yeah, because we have other chairs we can pull in if we have more people coming.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea. No, that's going to be a thing too. Replacing the chairs in here, decluttering the rooms, getting rid of the crap, fixing the backyard, fixing the fireplace. Sound all.
And
I mean,
you can
there's
help
lots of more
by
big
sending
projects.
cash to using the cash app at K Rose VA.
Just in the little comment section, put fireplace or
Yeah.
dining chairs, whatever the money,
Whatever
you
you
want the money to go to.
Yeah. All right. You want the first one or you go
I'll go first.
All right.
If a genie gave you 3 wishes that couldn't directly affect you, what would you wish for?
Ooh, I would wish for your mom and dad's house to be paid off.
That directly affects you.
Okay. That didn't directly affect me. I would say I wish let's see that geez, I'm trying to think of something that's really, really awesome and good. But like I'm thinking of like expanding your school so that there's more classroom sizes and so they can have that or I don't know. That's a difficult one.
Mhm.
You know,
Um, well, that would directly affect us too.
you were gonna say cure cancer?
No, I was gonna say like gas down to like 50 cents a gallon,
Mm.
but that would.
There's so
How
much of it
about
that
just
would,
let making eggs more affordable?
yeah. Well, that affects
When
us
did
too.
eggs get so expensive? Wow. I mean, anything you say, like if you give the world peace, that affects you. Like that
Yeah,
couldn't directly affect you.
but everything
How
probably
about no
would.
more war in Ukraine?
Yeah, there you go.
Get rid of that.
That's when they that's one of those things where you ask a genie for that and it's always a big fuck you trick. You know, it ends up being the thing. No more war in the Ukraine. And the next thing you know, just
Get war.
around over Ukraine. There's no more war there. It's gone.
How about peace in Ukraine?
Peace in Ukraine.
That would be a nice one. Three, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, all of it directly affects you in some way. And I don't know. It's difficult. Would you choose to only need 2 hours of sleep a night if it meant you would die 7 years earlier? No.
No. Why would you want only two hours of sleep at night?
Yeah.
To me, give me more sleep.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're super ambitious about things or if you have a business that you're running or whatever and you need to, you want to be up for it, great. But again, then you're sacrificing 7 years of your life. So
This week, I feel like there have been a day or so I've only been awake for 2 hours.
yeah.
I get up and then
And
Kevin goes to work and I take a nap until like 4 o'clock and then
and it's such a bullshit thing anyway because you die 7 years earlier. Well, you don't know when you're going to die. So let's say your genie says, okay, you can do fine on just 2 hours of sleep, but you're going to die 7 years earlier. And you're like, great. And then an hour later, you're dead because 7 years from now you would have died.
yeah, I wouldn't do that. I like my sleep too much.
Yeah, it's such a bullshit thing.
Which catalogs are your favorites?
Mhm.
Catalogs still exist? I guess they do. We didn't get that many in the.
We do. I throw them all out.
Which ones are your favorites?
I don't know. I mean,
Uh,
the sharper image one
the
is always
sharper
cool.
image is always good.
got
That
cool shit in
Irish
it.
gifts, creative Irish gifts is always a good one to look at.
Wolferman's is nice, but bread.
What's the Finger Hut
Finger Hut, yeah.
catalog? Always fun to look at. Although we never buy anything from these
Yeah.
places, but
Where would you like to live someday? Ooh. I like Tennessee, but I'm a Virginia boy, born and bred. There's nowhere else that I would really want to like live.
I mean, if the reality of I'm moving out of Virginia Beach were to come in, like I could go anywhere. I honestly, Tennessee is nice, but I think I would stay in Virginia. I just might move a little closer to the mountains in Virginia.
There you go.
You know, somewhere a little less peoply.
There you go.
I don't know. I love Virginia too. I can't really see myself
Virginia's too great. Oh, that's
anywhere
that's
else. What are your favorite workout songs?
Wow. I did have a workout playlist. I'm just trying to remember what was on it.
It's been so long since you heard it.
Yeah. I mean, I got into listening to podcasts a lot too. So when I was working out, I would listen to Taste Buds or whatever because that was on Mondays and then Tuesdays. Usually it would be like Two Cool Moms with Joe Gatto and
I don't know. You need something that's like kick ass up tempo, like cake music.
Yeah,
good to work out too.
BFS.
Mm-hmm.
Bowling for Soup, which is a great band. If you ever get a chance, they've got several albums. Let's Do It for Johnny is their best album. It's great. Or Hangover You Don't Deserve. That's actually their best album. Outside of your family, who's been the biggest influence of your life on your life? Teacher, maybe?
uh it's a tough question. I've always been drawn to people who are really like, I don't want to say headstrong, but like tell you like it is kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've always had a friend that was not gonna bullshit. I can't really, I mean, I've had teachers that have influenced me. Um, friends, obviously, that make me want to be a better person. I don't know if I could name any singular, like one person though.
For me, outside of family, I'd have to go. The couple people that come to mind would be like Milton Friedman or um, actually John Stossel. Watching his videos have gone a long way into showing me things that you're just not going to get anywhere else. But if I had to, and this came up yesterday because yesterday was would have been Stan Lee's 100th birthday, and TikTok was full of Stan Lee videos and tributes and whatnot because well deserved. And I think about you know, Stan Lee, believe it or not, was a huge influence on me because when I was a kid, I was so into the comic books and particularly Marvel. And Stan always had his personal touch in just about every issue of every Marvel comic because he wrote in the letters page, and it was great stuff. And he was just a really cool guy. And just be good to people, don't hurt anybody, don't take their stuff. Great stuff. So there you go.
All right. What book would you like to see made into a movie? That's a lame ass question. Let's pass on that one.
Yeah. What was your mother's signature dish? My mom made some fried chicken that would kill you. It was great stuff. It was awesome.
My mom, I would have to say, her potato salad
Mm-hmm.
was her most requested. What's the farthest you've walked in a day?
Ooh, for me, it was when I was in Boston with my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
We walked all over that city. It was a lot of walking, and I was slowing them down. I mean, obviously, I was a hindrance on my brothers and my cousin Joe. But they could have ditched me and I'd have just been alone in the city, but they didn't.
For me, I don't know. I mean, I've done Busch Gardens. We were in Tennessee. We did the Botanical Gardens walk there.
That was a good
I don't know
walk.
how long that was.
That and
We did that 5K that one year.
The walk-in actually probably more so in the Country Music Hall of Fame
Mm-hmm.
because there was a lot of walking in there,
Mhm.
and you were fine. You were fine for the whole thing. It was 3 floors up and down. We stopped a couple of times to rest. You did a lot of walking in that entire trip because there was the aquarium in
Yeah.
Chattanooga and the International Towing and Rescue Museum and Hall of Fame. Such a great. If you could only take one CD for a cross-country road trip, which would you choose? See,
Hamilton.
Yeah, that would be for you. I've gotten into like Amazon Music playlist, and I started using Spotify just because our show's on Spotify. The problem with Spotify is unless you pay money, it's you gotta listen to ads. Well, Amazon, we're not. She's got the Prime membership, so we don't pay for ads.
Truth.
Yep.
I don't know. For me, it would be Hamilton. I have to listen to that every now and then.
Yep.
I like Michael Tolcher's that one album by Michael Tolcher that I can listen to on repeat.
Hangover You Don't Deserve by BFS.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we will see you all, I guess, in
One of the
2023?
things, quick thing, we've been talking about this because doing this every week is a bit of a strain, particularly lately. So we are contemplating, and we'll let you guys make comments about it, to doing this, cutting it to once every 2 weeks. So if you're for it or against it, let us know in the comments. If you're deadly against it, let us know.
Let us know, but chances are it's going to be every couple weeks.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know, we have
Yeah.
an easier time. Some weeks go by and nothing really great happens, and we don't want to like.
Yeah.
For Kevin, this is super simple because he sits down and he talks and then he walks away. But then I have to edit it and publish it and do all the other stuff to it.
And she feels like we have to have something in there that's worth talking
I mean,
about.
you have to have decent content. You can't just.
And maybe that's why we're not doing decent content, because no one's throwing any cash at us. Like, hey,
No. It just gives us more time with more things to talk about is what I feel like. I feel like the episodes that we've done where it's been a couple of weeks, the conversation about what's been going on has been easier than when we feel like we have to do it every week just because.
Yeah.
So plus the fact that for you, it's a 45-minute, maybe an hour, sit down and chat, maybe put the microphone on the table and then maybe put the microphone away. But then for me, that's followed up by a few hours of editing and uploading and downloading and processing and linking things to this website to get it on Spotify and that website to get it on YouTube. He doesn't even know how to do it. He wouldn't even know what to do. So
that's true.
You know, you got to think of the person who's doing 90% of it.
You're in my thoughts all the time.
All right. So y'all have a very happy and safe New Year. If you are out and about on New Year's Eve and you are not safe to drive your car, don't. There are plenty of services that are
Uber, I think does
Uber and Lyft. I mean, even if you can't get your ride for free, pay for it, because it is not worth somebody waking up on New Year's Day to a family member that's been killed by a drunk driver. So be responsible, have fun, welcome in the new year. We will see you probably the week before my birthday.
Bye, everybody.